People who stay at hotels tend to be tourists. People who stay in hostels tend to be travelers. So like a tourist wants to know where they're going and travelers want to know where they're going. Well, how most people in the hostel industry believe it's separated from a hotel is that hostels is more about the community and socializing with one another. I mean, the big difference obviously is it's hostels is dorm style accommodations, but also there's usually a lot of common space like you have in our hostel here. There's a game room, there's a lounge, there's a common kitchen that everyone uses, and we usually set up activities so that brings everybody together, and you have people from all over the world who get to meet and mingle with one another and share travel stories and become friends, and so it's really interesting to be part of that.
Because I wanted to meet people, and I thought it'd be a great place and look nice. Where else would I stay? You know, hotels probably be like $100 a night.
I don't need a ton of accommodations, like a bunk bed, a shower, a kitchen, and it's like for so much less money. It's as a young person who can handle like not having perfect sleeping conditions. It's not, it works out. It's like a good cost-benefit analysis, I guess.
It's cheap, usually friendly. People are there's lots of people from different places. It's like so much fun just to like meet people and hang out. And yeah, I find it's more of a positive experience than a lot of hotels that I've stayed in.
Our kitchen kind of forces you to sit with other people because you sit 4 per table, and usually most people here are one or solo travelers, or it might be with a pair, but you're going to wind up sitting with other people you don't know. So you sit at a table, you're eating, you're chatting, same sort of thing. Dinner's over, but people are still just sitting at the table chatting with one another, kind of thing. We try not to make the rooms too comfortable because we do want them out and everybody socialize. We don't want people hanging out in the rooms, kind of thing. So we actually try to educate people before, as they're making their travel plans, to like try to include more days in Philly. Most of our advertising actually is pushing more the city than the hostel itself.
I actually leave tomorrow, but we did like the Rocky Steps, a big statue with like the love, like LV. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty cool. Doing a ghost tour this evening. And then tomorrow I think we're doing the art museum up next to the Rocky Steps. It's pay what you want Wednesdays. So
I've done all the art museums, and then Independence Hall, walked around, visited a lot of the old churches as well. Went to the Phillies game last night. I lost, but still, it was a good game.
I don't really have a favorite thing. I've seen a few good things that well, the zoo obviously was one of them. I've seen a few murals that were great. Just little random tidbits around town. I'm like, oh, we don't have that back home. That was nice.
I think there's a lot of history here, and like me and my friends quite like places with a lot of history, so we just went, go in there. And most of our travels, sort of the past 3 months, have been really spontaneous. So I don't know, it's just a spontaneous place to go.
But also, like I said, it's the experience. Even people who can afford a very expensive hotel are staying with us just for the experience of meeting other people and socializing with other people. So it's a lot of fun staying in a hostel to meet friends. So it doesn't really matter how old you are. It's kind of the kind of spirit you have. Obviously, you can stay in a hostel. It's great for your budget. It's cheap. It's a great cheap way of traveling. But a lot of people, can still afford to stay in a hotel, but they just like the energy and the vibe of staying in a hostel and being able to meet other people. Because you stay in a hotel, it's great if you just want to hang out in your room and watch TV or something. But if you really want to explore a city, if you really want to meet other people, the hostels